welcome back to my channel. Today I am showing you guys how to highlight and contour your face. I asked you guys for suggestions on what to do, and a lot of you guys were asking me how to highlight and contour because I guess I speed through it while I'm actually filming my makeup looks. If I can at least help one person, my life is made. Like, honestly, that's it. I am nowhere near an expert in doing this, but some of you guys actually like what I'm doing, so I must be doing something good. So I really hope you guys enjoy this video, and I hope you guys take something from it. I'm gonna make it seem like I'm going to this crazy ball or whatever. I'm the princess for the night, and we're gonna need some nice like highlight under the eye. So I'm going to take my Maybelline Age Rewind eraser concealer or whatever, and it's in the shade Neutralizer. And I'm just going to apply that under. And you want to just buff it out with a beauty blender. Now, with the same concealer, you're going to go ahead and apply it to like the bridge of your nose and your forehead, and then right here like under your chin, just to. Sorry, I don't have a mirror. There isn't one. Okay, so now you can go ahead and use the beauty blender again to just buff everything up. So now that I've brightened my eyes and like the center of my face, I'm going to use my RCMA No Color powder, and this one is perfect because I have very dry skin, so it just works miracles with me, and it's very inexpensive. It's only $12, and if you're oily, you might want to use the Cover FX translucent powder or the Laura Mercier translucent powder, just because that one's a lot better for oily skin. It really like helps keep everything on. This one's a little more lightweight, so it doesn't really make me look cakey. Dip some of it onto the cap. And I'm going to take the same beauty sponge that I used earlier, so it's pretty damp, and I'm just going to apply that under my eyes. You want to make sure that you're pressing it into your face. So you see the difference between this one? This one's just like, the powder's just sitting on top of here, and on this side I've actually like pressed it in. And I know a lot of people like to set their face after they use their foundation. I'm more on the dry side, so honestly, if I can take that step away, I do, because I'm always on a rush. But just for the purpose of the video, because I know a lot of people do set their face, I'm going to use my MAC Studio Fix, and I'm just going to dab a little bit onto my brush, and I'm just going to quickly like just swipe it onto my face. Now that I have my under eyes set, I have my full face set, I'm going to go ahead and actually bake now. So earlier I was pressing the powder onto my face, and now I'm literally going to take a load of the powder. So this is baking. Baking is actually when you leave a load of powder onto your face where it actually looks like you just finished baking. And a lot of people from like the drag world do this because they are always doing performances, the lights are hitting right at them, and they need their makeup to last all night. And basically, we stole their technique, and we're going to use it because we need our makeup to last all night also. So we're going to just leave this powder on for a very long time, as much as you possibly want to make your makeup last forever. Now I'm actually going to go ahead and start using my contour. If you don't have the Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Kit, people use bronzers, dark like brownie blushes. Honestly, do you. So I'm going to take Java from the kit, and I'm just going to use this MAC brush, and I'm going to put light product onto the the brush. I don't want to put too much because I don't want to look muddy. And I'm just going to start from the corner of my ear and I'm going to work downwards. And it makes your face just look a lot slimmer. Do you guys see that? It goes from the corner and down. Okay, now we're going to do it on this side as well. Take a little bit of product, focus it from the corner of your ear and then downwards. I like to use this brush. It's this random brush that I have, but it's very similar to the Morphe M523. It has really short bristles on the side and the longer bristles are in the center. This one's just a little bit longer, but if you can get your hands on the Morphe one, you should get it. You could actually just use it to do like straight up your contour, but I like to use it just to make sure that I don't have any harsh lines. And because you did add contour to like your cheekbones, you want to go ahead and add a little bit to your forehead. A little bit, rub it on the back of my hand, and then I just go in and I slowly add color. Don't do too much because you don't want like a bronzer helmet, so just put a little bit. Once you notice that you have some color, you are good to go. Now that you've added a little bit of contour to like your forehead, you just want to make sure everything blends in together. So now I'm actually going to use the face powder that I used earlier, dab a little bit onto my brush, and just slowly like focus it on my face. Don't get rid of the bronzer, but just kind of blend them together. Okay, and if you're worried that your contour is a little messy, honestly mine's not perfect, you can go ahead and clean it up with your translucent powder. And honestly, that's what I always do. Like, I don't really worry about my contour because I know I'm going to go back in and try to clean it up. You can use a very defined brush, you can use your beauty blender, it's just really up to you. I always use the tip of my beauty blender and I just sweep it, but if you want like a very defined line, you want to get a very defined brush. So I'm going to get a little bit on my beauty blender. And you're just going to follow the outline of it. And you can go ahead and wipe it right off. You're going to notice that it cleaned it up right away. But if you're going to be out, again, if you're going to be the princess for the night and you're going to be at a ball or something, you want to make sure you keep it on and bake it. So just wipe this one off because that one's been on there for a while, but keep this one on a little bit longer. And I'm just going to use my e.l.f. blush brush to just swipe this off. Now that you're baking your contour line, you can move on to your blush, and I'm going to be using the MAC Mineralized blush in the color Warm Soul. Honestly, this reminds me of Luminoso by Milani. I'm going to take a angled like blush brush from Bibea Cosmetics, and I'm just going to swirl this onto here, tap the excess. Don't apply it to like the center of your face because you're going to bring too much attention to the center. You want to make sure your face is pulled back, kind of like if you got Botox or something. So you want to make sure you focus it back. I like to place my brush like this and just kind of place it upwards and just sweep it back. Same thing on this side. Don't focus it right here, focus it more back there. Now for the most raved about part, I'm going to highlight. I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Glow Kit in Sun Dipped. I just got this, so I'm actually just going to take Summer I'm gonna swirl my brush onto the powder, and I am going to highlight. You can do it right on top of your blush. You can do it underneath your blush. I like to apply it on top just because it's more of like more common for me. Focusing it right here, and then that way, because I don't like this big bold like line where I look like a freaking zebra that's like bright. I want to make sure it blends in with my face. So when you smile, you have like, you know, your like cheek right here. So you want to make sure that you get all that. So I've been focusing it like on the center, and then I just brush it back. See? Okay, and now we're going to do the same thing to the other side. I personally don't like to put too much on my Cupid's bow because I don't want to make it look like I have a milk stash. So I only literally just put like a tad bit. I go like this and then I'm done because I don't like to put too much attention to that part. It does help plump your lips a little bit, but don't put too much. And sometimes I'll go ahead and take some highlight like up here if you want to draw attention to your eyebrows. Just very lightly. I haven't even applied more product. This is just me using the excess product that I have. And I'm just going to apply some right here. And then just very subtle highlight on my nose and like my eyebrows. But I try my best to just do enough. Not too dramatic on the highlight for my cheekbones, but enough so you can like see me. And if I ever get lost, so Junior can find me. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and wipe this off. Make sure you kind of wipe down. You don't want to get rid of the contour, so just wipe it like this way and then wipe down. Same on this side. So now that you've wiped off the powder, you can see that your contour is pretty defined and clean, but it's not like there's these lines. Like you don't see the line of your highlight, you don't see the line of your blush or your contour, and then like the part where you set it. You just, everything just kind of blends in together, and that's what you want. You don't want lines all over your face. I mean, if you want to do that, by all means do it. I personally like everything to like pull in together and just make it look more natural. So that completes the end of this tutorial. I really hope you guys enjoyed it, and I really hope you guys did like it. Make sure to give me a thumbs up just so I know, and leave any comments or just video suggestions or anything in the comments below. I will make sure to read them and get back to all of you. If you guys haven't followed me on all my social media, like my Instagram and my Twitter, please do. I am pretty much more active on there than I am on here because posting videos is a lot more work than actually just getting looks up or tweeting things out. So make sure you follow me on those, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!
There's certain things that you just can't do.